Hello and welcome everyone to another StarCraft 2 cast by Glitch on Glitch is Selfish Day. Today we're just checking out some replays of games that they're not of professional players or anything, but they are high masters and grandmaster level players because I just feel like studying the matchups. Lately I've been feeling like my Terran versus Protoss, Terran versus Terran, and Protoss versus Protoss knowledge is just a little bit weak, so I think I'm actually going to continue this all week long. I think all week long I'm just going to be looking over replays that are basically not Zerg, right? No Zerg in these replays at all, and they're just not going to be professional players. They might be professional players, but I'm not going to specifically look for professional players. I'm just going to be looking for high-level Terran versus Terran, Protoss versus Protoss, and Terran versus Protoss, because those are just the matchups that I really need to study and really just improve on. So this game is going to be a TVT that was played on the European server. And spawning here in the bottom right position as the blue Terran, we have a barcode. Yeah, just a barcode blue Terran, friendly blue Terran player. Spawning in the top left position as the red Terran player, we have Midori. Yes, another Terran player, and apparently my achievements are disabled until further notice. We're not going to have to worry about that because apparently my internet just went down. If you guys have been watching my stream at all, then you guys know that's been happening a lot lately. I've been having a lot of trouble streaming these days. It's been such a pain. Such a pain because my internet service provider is absolutely terrible. Anyway, what is common in the Terran versus Terran openings? I'm assuming Reapers from both of these players. Looks like both players are going Reapers, and they both started with that barracks. Gas guys are going down. Absolutely normal timing so far. Nothing out of the ordinary at all. And as these barracks finish up, I expect to see Reapers going down at exactly the same time. Oh, no, we see a little bit of variation. Looks like our barcode Terran is going to opt to go for that orbital command first, and yeah, still no Reaper coming down yet for either player. There we go. Blue now making his Reaper, and red is actually opting to go for Marines here. So with this gas that he's getting early, he is most likely going to be getting up a factory, I'm assuming. I mean, that would be the only reasonable opening. Maybe possibly going for some Hellbat drops. I would actually like to see that a lot. Because if both players do the exact same thing, then it doesn't really offer me a whole lot of learning because they're both doing the exact same thing. I'd rather see the differences in the matchup. So we do see that the first Reaper is coming out now for blue, and he's going to start to move across the map, and we do see that the factory, as well as the second gas going down, and I will bet our good friend Midori here is going for Hellbat drops. I'm just going to call it right now, you guys. Hellbat drops are just so strong right now, and they're actually getting nerfed. If you guys didn't hear, there's a balance patch incoming very soon within the next couple of days, and they're actually going to be nerfing the Hellbats. They're going to be nerfing some of the damage, and they're gonna. No, they're still able to be healed by medevacs, but I think they're just nerfing some of the damage so that the damage. Wow, that Reaper went down. That's not so good. Second Reaper is now coming out on the field here for our blue Terran player, and a command center now going down as well. And he didn't really get into the base, so he doesn't know that there's this factory and the starport coming down. But as I was saying before, they're actually giving a buff to the Banshee. They're buffing the Banshee by increasing or decreasing the cost of cloak research. So now we're going to start to see a lot more cloaked Banshees in all matchups, but we're going to see a lot less Hellion drops or Hellbat because now you can't two-shot workers with a Hellbat anymore. So that's pretty nice, and I'm going to be pretty happy about that. Now, Midori hasn't actually started another command center yet. We do have a reactor coming down here on this factory, and it looks like, yeah, it is going to be a Hellbat drop for sure, definitely, as we do see that the medevac is now coming down, and once this factory is up and this armory is up, this is the big clue, by the way. Once you see that armory going down, you know for sure that that's going to be a Hellbat drop play, but I think blue, he's got to be expecting this at this point. He has to be expecting this. He's been so defensive, Midori that is, has been so defensive at denying any scouting information into his base. This is such a nice map for it because there's nowhere that a Reaper can actually jump up except for over this ledge. So he spread all his Marines out over that ledge to be sure that nothing gets into his main, so that his opponent just doesn't know. But his opponent has to assume that if he doesn't see anything and his opponent's being that defensive, he's doing something on one base. It's either going to be a cloaked Banshee, it's some kind of tech play. So it's got to be Hellbat drops, some kind of drop, cloaked Banshee, something like that. And it looks like one Marine now going to start to move across the map, and he is going to see a bunch of Marines moving out towards him, so he is going to need to start to get real defensive. Now he does have some Hellions here, so with good micro, these Hellions will be able to take out these Marines, because these Hellions do have a lot of damage to these Marines. But the double drop is now on the way, as 2 medevacs are now out, and they are loaded up with 2 medevacs each, and there are no turrets anywhere here, and this could actually spell immediate shutdown here by Midori. There goes the boost coming down, and they are going to start to move into that natural expansion, and there are 6 Hellions out on the field right now, but the Hellions are just not going to be quite as strong. They can kite the Hellbats, but the Hellbats themselves do a lot more damage, and one drop going down in the main, and wow, actually those are doing a fantastic job of kiting out one Hellbat, and those went down pretty quick, but there are still 2 Hellbats in the main right now, and it looks like all the Marines are actually going to go down. And wow, is Blue actually going to hold this? Yeah, Blue is actually going to hold this fairly easily, having only lost 8 workers, so not too bad if we check out the worker count right now, but oh god, those 2 Hellbats could possibly do so much damage right now. Midori's currently up in Harvesters 29, Harvesters 25, but it looks like, oh wow, Blue Flame is being researched right now for our Blue Terran player as well, so we can start to do a whole lot more damage against these Hellbats here pretty soon. But oh yeah, there's the money move right there. With the Viking out, he's going to be able to shut that down quite nicely, but oh no! All these SCVs are being caught out! Oh no, so close. So close. Looks like total number of workers killed is 12 workers for Midori. And Midori has expanded behind this, so he's got a command center going up right now, but now there's a whole lot of Blue Flame Hellions out on the field, and in the meantime, what has he been doing? He's been getting up some more Hellbats. Do we see any drops moving out? Yeah, it looks like we do see one more drop moving out, so he's just going to be trying to Hellbat his opponent to death, Hellbat drop his opponent to death, but missile turret going down in the main as well as in the natural here, and these Hellions aren't moving out at all to be offensive or aggressive at all. Worker count right now currently sitting at 33 to 25, favoring Midori, so he's in a good spot right now. And with this medevac moving out once again, he's going to need to drop the 2 Hellbats and then send them in individually, because if he goes in with the medevac, he doesn't want to lose the medevac. Losing the Hellbats is just 200 minerals, but losing this 100 gas from the medevac is a huge loss, so you don't want to be losing that. For sure, but now we do see a whole lot of Hellions now moving across the field here for our Blue Barcode Terran player. We do see a double factory that have come down now for Midori, so he's getting siege tanks there. So if he can get a couple of siege tanks out, he's going to be in a good spot here, but the drop is now beginning as the Hellbats are going down in the main, but look at that, Vikings now coming out, picking off all of that, and that's going to reduce the effectiveness quite a bit. And oh, Blue Flame Hellions now coming into the natural expansion of Midori here, and whoa, not going to be able to quite get up into the main as there's a supply depot there, but these 2 Hellbats continue to do a whole lot of damage. Okay, they did a whole crap ton of damage. Oh my goodness. There are siege tanks here for Midori, but wow, these 2 Hellbats literally just cleaned up everything. There is nothing left in terms of workers here. He is down to just 10 workers, the 28 workers of his opponent. Looks like both players doing a whole lot of damage to their opponents, but Midori manages to stay needs to be real careful with those, and yeah, he's just going to be forced to GG out of there. Hold on. We're going to go back and watch what happened down at this natural expansion, because that was big. So here's the drop in the main, doing some damage there. What happened? Oh, there was a second drop that went down at the natural. He lost the medevac, but the second drop came in there, and 6 kills on that guy, 7 kills on the other, and that is just so huge. Hellbat drops win the day once again. So that's it. If you guys want to kill it, you can now, but there's one last thing I want to check, and that is at what time does that first Hellion drop get to his opponent's base? That's a really important timing to know. So it looks like at the 7-minute mark is actually when this Hellbat timing is ready to move out. So the 7-minute mark is when those guys can start. So which means that about 7:30 is about when the earliest time that Hellbats can be dropped in your base. That's a really important thing to know. And so I think with that, that's going to end it for me, guys. Thanks, guys, so much for watching. Tune in again. We're going to be doing all this kinds of a little bit of analysis type stuff all week long, because that's kind of what I want to be doing this week. Analyzing Terran players and Protoss players. So a whole lot of that will be going on. Be sure to tune in, and thanks so much for watching, guys. Glitch.